guys, in another video I talked about the Joyo Vintage Overdrive, and I had a bit of a speech about the whole Joyo thing, so sorry about that long video. But this one I'm going to be talking about this little bad boy right here, which is the Joyo Graphic EQ, which is based on the MXR EQ. And I'll give you a rundown on what you can use this thing for. Just fiddle with my settings. It was probably a mistake. I'm now going to have to dial all those back in. But yeah, this is a great pedal, and like I said in the other one, I've had them for a couple of years, and when you tend to buy new gear, they call it the honeymoon period, where you buy a piece of gear and you think it's fantastic, and then you get 6 months down the track and then realize how crap it actually is, or it breaks or whatever. But I've had this for a couple of years now and never screwed up, never had any issues with it at all, just like all my Joyo pedals. So really happy with this one, and I'll show you how to use it, guys. Okay, it's pretty basic. You got the input over here, the output over there. There's a 9-volt power supply port on there. Don't use batteries, use power, trust me. And then you've got your 6-band here, so you have 100 Hz, 200 Hz, 400, 800, what's that, 1K6, 1600, and then 3200. Okay, so I'll show you how I use it. There's probably a million different ways you can use it. You can use it as a volume boost for a solo, or you can throw it in the loop, or is it loop, for both? Can't remember. Anyway, I'll show you what I use it for, which is making better use of the limiting EQ on my Tubemeister, and how this helps me shape the tone and get it a little bit sweeter. Okay, cool. For this video I'm using my Hughes & Kettner Tubemeister 18-watt head. These are the current settings. The clean volume is at full, gain at 12 o'clock. Lead, gain at 12 o'clock, that should be up a little bit. The master at, looks to be about 10 o'clock. And then the treble and the bass boosted a little bit, and the mids backed off. Okay, so for this video we're going to be looking at the Joyo EQ, the 6-band EQ pedals. Now the reason why I've got two is because of this pedal down here just off screen. It's a loop master pedal, and this Joyo and this delay are in one loop, and then this Joyo and a couple of other pedals are in another loop, and one's for the dirty sound and one's for the clean sound. Okay, so the loop master pedal down here switches between the dirty channel and then the clean channel, and switches those at the same time. So my Tubemeister's only got a 3-band EQ on the front, which is shared by both channels, which is a bit annoying. So it's hard to tune in a sound that works for both channels, which is annoying. So what I did is I got this pedal custom made, the loop master down here, and then I bought these Joyo EQ pedals, which I use one each to tailor the sound. So for my dirty sound, I like to scoop out a little bit of the mids, and then for my clean sound I boost those mids up again. Okay, so this one here, I just had this tuned to my other guitar, so hopefully it still sounds okay, but I'll just show you the impact that this pedal can have. So say you're on the dirty channel, and you want to get sort of like a Metallica scoop, classic Metallica scoop. So you take down the mid channels. So you can use that to get rid of those mid bands. But say for instance you want to replicate what's done on the Mesa Mark series. They have a 5-band EQ, and the middle slider, which is what you use to cut out the mids on the Mesa, is a 750k slider. So that we haven't got a 750k, we've got an 800. So what we'll do is we'll bring this back up. That's it. Just adjust these, and we'll go for the V that you usually have on the Mesa. Little bit too much bass. Okay, but I'm not really a fan of that sound. Well, I like the sound, it's just I know that you need some mids. So what I do is I put the... Shut up the amp. I put the sliders in the middle position. So on the Joyo, they have a little notch. So if you push, it locks at a certain point. So they are now at 12 o'clock. Well, we'll call the middle section. So if you take everything down to the middle, what I do is I boost rather than cut. So I boost that and maybe bring them down a little bit. Okay, so about there. And now hear the difference. Okay, so now with a clean channel, okay, so I'll just 100% clean. Okay, so there's lots of bass in there, so I might bring that down. Which means that I get slightly different sounds for each side. So say I mirrored what the EQ is on each side. Okay, so now they're roughly the same. Yeah, it sounds good, but I prefer the other sound. Now what I'll do is I'll show you what impact the dirty channel, what the EQ has. Okay, so that's a Joyo 6-band EQ in a nutshell. The great pedals, they're pretty solid. I've had them for a couple of years now. I did expect them to break because they were very cheap. I got them for 30 to 35 bucks each a couple of years ago, and you can find them on eBay for about 40 bucks, which is a pretty good deal. They do take a while to turn up, guys, because it is coming from China, so expect 4 weeks minimum for these things to show up. But yeah, very cheap, very solid, and they do the job. So I recommend you check them out and have a go. I do believe Cranbourne Music in Melbourne stocks them, so if you want to have a try, have a look. Facebook's making noises. Okay, so have a look and see how you go. I really enjoy the pedals, and hopefully my little demo gives you an idea of what you can use the pedal for. I apologise for my crappy playing, but, you know, bedroom warrior.